What's going on, y'all? Today, we're a little bit morbid with it. We got how it feels to die from every serial killer. Let's get to it,
John
man. I've
Wayne
always
Gacy.
wanted to know what it feels like to
Imagine that you're a
just cease to
13-year-old runaway,
exist.
homeless and desperate for work. A man in his 30s pulls up in his car and introduces himself as John. He's friendly, well-dressed, and owns his own construction business. He offers you a job, $10 an hour, cash, no questions asked. He says you can start tomorrow if you come to his house tonight to discuss details. You're desperate, exhausted, and hungry. You accept. His house is normal, suburban, and unremarkable. Inside, John offers you a beer and starts explaining the construction work. He's
Niggas just got
personable,
clown
jokes
makeup the whole
around,
time.
tells you about his community service work. Then he suggests showing you a magic trick. He pulls out a pair of handcuffs and asks if you can escape from them. It seems weird, but harmless. You let him put the
Nigga said
handcuffs on your
harmless.
wrists behind
You
your
can
back.
put
The
the
cuffs
handcuffs,
locking
bro.
is the last normal sound you hear.
You not no
John's
fucking
entire demeanor changes in an
David
instant.
Copperfield,
The
bro.
friendly
Why you letting nigga
contractor
put
vanishes.
handcuffs on you in his
He
house?
forces you to the floor and ties your ankles. You're screaming, but there's no one to hear you. His neighbors are too far away, and he
And that nigga just
soundproofs the
start
room.
punching
He places a
straight
rope around your
meat
neck, tied in a specific
meatballs
knot.
in you.
Then he starts twisting it with a stick like a tourniquet, slowly cutting off your air supply. You can't breathe, and this torture continues for hours. But then finally, he tightens it one last time and doesn't stop. Your last conscious thought is terror. Your body will be buried in the crawl space beneath his house, along with 28 others. John Wayne Gacy was arrested in December 1978 after the bodies of 4 late victims were found in the Des Plaines River. Police discovered 29 bodies buried beneath his house. His trial began in 1980. He pleaded
That's some
innocent by
heartbeat
reason
underneath
of
the floorboard
insanity.
type shit.
However,
Ever heard of
the
that?
jury convicted him of all 33 and he received the death penalty. After all his appeals were denied, he was executed by lethal injection on May 10th.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like I get, the whole everything, the justice system and all that, bro. But sometimes you just gotta start like snipping at niggas. Like you gotta start cutting them inch by inch of their whole body. Start giving them the Kaneki kin treatment. Right? Like what's 1,000 minus 7? You gotta start doing that to niggas. We gotta bring back ancient Roman
Zodiac.
torture
You're sitting on a
methods.
bench at Lake Berryessa in Napa County, California, enjoying a peaceful picnic with your
Like why do
girlfriend
these niggas
on a
get
warm afternoon in
quick,
1969.
painless deaths?
The sun is shining,
I gotta
the water
torture
is
these
calm,
niggas.
and you're
Bring
completely
back
relaxed.
stoning.
But suddenly, your girlfriend grabs your arm and points toward the trees.
Or whatever they
She
did
tells you that she
to
thinks
people,
she saw
they get it
somebody
done to
watching
them,
you guys in the woods,
but
and
just
before
over
you
and
can
over
even
again.
react, a 6-foot-tall, 250-pound psycho approaches you out of nowhere. He's wearing nothing
Dang,
but
that
dark
nigga built
clothes,
like the 1x1
sunglasses, and a straight-up
Lego block.
executioner hoodie with a Zodiac sign at the bottom of it.
6 foot
The hooded man
250.
draws a gun and slowly approaches you.
Jesus
Instinctively,
Christ.
you position yourself between him and your girlfriend. But to your absolute surprise, he starts to reason with you. He says that he's an escaped convict from Montana, and that all he needs is your car and money to get to Mexico. Even though you don't really have a choice, you tell him you'll cooperate. He orders both of you to lie face down on the ground. Then he tells your girlfriend to tie you up first. Afterward, he then ties her up in the same way. Without as much as even a second passing, the criminal tears her to shreds right in front of you with a 12-inch carving knife. You scream in horror as you try to break free from your restraints to save her, but your attempt to try to free yourself and charge at him quickly transforms into trying to escape him once you realize he turns his attention towards you. A plunges his weapon into your lower back, then your upper back, then above your ribs, and he doesn't stop. Eventually, as you lie on the ground gasping
Holy
for air,
shit, these
you
niggas
watch as
getting
the
that,
man leaves a note on the side of
that
your
Brazil
car.
favela
It has a
live leak
Zodiac sign on
treatment.
it, with the dates of
Holy.
3 recent deaths and the words "by knife" written besides them. This is what happened to Brian Hartnell and his girlfriend Cecilia Ann Shepard. Luckily enough, Brian would survive the encounter, but his girlfriend sadly would pass. Brian would describe the criminal to police officers, but the Zodiac killer would never be caught, and he'd go on to claim anywhere from 5 to 37 more victims, leaving behind cryptic notes like this. I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than wild game in the forest.
These niggas chasing Magnus Carlsen. Like, what is this? Niggas gotta figure out the fucking Da Vinci Code just to find a nigga that's killing niggas, and all he's saying is, I like killing people because it's fun. Like, imagine, bro, real life Joker
Man is the
shit.
most dangerous animal of all. The butcher. Imagine you're a 4-year-old waiting at a rural train station in Rostov, Soviet Union in 1984. A middle-aged man in glasses approaches
Why
you,
is he muting
soft-spoken
the
and
ages?
grandfatherly. He says he knows a shortcut through the woods to the next town
Oh,
and offers
18
to show you
minus
the way.
4.
You're running late, and he seems harmless, so you follow him. The forest path gets darker and colder, and you begin to
I
feel
was like, why
uneasy
is he
when
saying
suddenly he
18 to
grabs you from
4?
behind. His strength is pretty shocking for his mild appearance. Suddenly, he throws you to the ground and starts slashing with a knife he pulled from his coat. The attack is nothing short of animalistic. The butcher stabs your hands, chest, mouth, skull, eyes,
I think I told you.
and try to scream.
Oh, that's
Pain
not
cuts your
funny.
voice
Somebody
short,
actually lived
leaving
through
only
this.
faint, rattling breath.
But so, just imagine having like the most brutal, gruesome, grotesque death, and a nigga on YouTube makes a 11-minute and 13-second video about how you died with a stickman, one odd ones out animation style, and puts the monetization shit or the demonetization shit over your eviscerated neck. Just imagine, bro. You just go out in the saddest way possible. You have the most brutal, you know, heart gut wrenching death of all time, and then it's a nigga on YouTube talking about some. Yeah, so basically, this is how it'd be if it happened.
The attack lasts only minutes, but feels like hours. As you're losing,
And then on top of that, you got a nigga in the top right corner of your screen, like reacting to the video of your death too. Like,
consciousness from blood loss, you see him doing something unspeakable with the knife to your body. Your last sensation is the indescribable horror of understanding what's happening but being too weak to stop it. Andre Chikatilo murdered at least 50 people between 1978 and 1990. He was eventually identified as the chief suspect of his heinous crimes and arrested. While in court, he was kept in a cage because of his erratic behavior. On one occasion, he pulled down his pants and masturbated in front of the court. He was executed in a Moscow prison in 1994. Jeffrey Dahmer. Now imagine you're at a bar in Milwaukee on a Saturday night.
this thing got the Dead by Daylight heart thumps, the heartbeat sound,
good-looking and well-spoken.
the terror
He introduces
radius.
himself as Jeff and offers to buy you a drink. He mentions he's a photographer and asks if you'd be interested in making some quick cash by posing for photos at his apartment.
What do you mean by that?
Bro, why do all these
He offers you $50. You're broke,
these
and he seems
the
harmless
GTA
enough, so you agree.
deranged
His
bad
apartment
sport
is at
lobby
924
niggas,
North 25th Street.
all the like
It's neat and surprisingly clean.
Discord
He offers you another
mods.
drink.
It look like
Strong
niggas that
rum
ain't
and
ever
Coke.
been
You
outside.
take a few sips,
What's wrong with them,
and
bro?
within minutes, you start feeling dizzy and disoriented. Your vision blurs. You try to stand up, but your legs won't work. The room spins. Jeff is still talking,
You get a
but his
head,
voice
you
sounds
get a
distant
drill,
and distorted.
a
You collapse
hole
onto the
drilled
couch.
into your
Then you
head,
wake up hours later. But something is
and you get
wrong.
your head cut
You can't
off,
move your arms.
mutilated,
You're
ate by a
handcuffed to
nigga,
something. Your head is pounding and your mouth tastes
and
like
a nigga
chemicals.
put you in a
Jeff
YouTube
is standing
video
over you now,
of your
and his
death,
demeanor has completely
and the sound
changed.
effect goes
The
"Fuck!"
friendly photographer is gone. What remains
and the
is
nigga's
cold,
reacting to it in the
empty,
top right
and
corner of the screen.
calculated. He doesn't yell or threaten. He just tells you calmly what's going to happen. He's going to strangle you until you pass out. And then his freaky ass is going to take advantage of your unconscious body. If you wake up, he'll do it again. But eventually, you'll stop waking up. Your last conscious thoughts are of panic and confusion as his hands wrap around your throat and the world goes dark for the final time.
But I can only imagine, like, the niggas that whoever finds this shit enjoyable are like them freaked out ass Wattpad readers. Like, why
In the
is this
same
something
manner,
that you want to
Jeffrey
imagine?
Dahmer
Why did I click on this
17
video?
young
What did
men
I
and boys
expect?
Between 1978 and
What did I
1991.
really expect?
He was arrested in July 1991 after one victim escaped. Harold Shipman. Imagine you're living your bonus years
He
alone.
did say
in
how
Hyde,
the title
Greater
is how
Manchester.
you would feel.
You've been
I
feeling
am
tired lately and short of breath. You call
above
your family
mildly
doctor,
uncomfortable.
Dr.
I
Harold
am
Shipman, a respected general
indubitably
practitioner
extremely
who's been
uncomfortable.
practicing in the area for over 20 years. He makes house calls, which is rare these days, and he's always been so kind and attentive. He arrives at your home within an hour, black medical bag in hand. He takes your blood pressure, listens to your heart, and asks about your symptoms. He tells you it's likely just a circulation issue, nothing to worry about, but he'd like to give you an injection that will help. You trust him completely. He's your doctor. He prepares a syringe from his bag. You barely feel the needle go into your arm. Within seconds, a warm sensation spreads through your body. You feel relaxed, peaceful, almost euphoric. Dr. Shipman is asking you questions, but his voice is getting farther away. You're so tired suddenly. Your eyelids are impossibly heavy. You try to respond, but the words won't come. Your breathing slows, your vision narrows to a pinpoint of light, then disappears entirely. You die in your armchair, peacefully, never knowing your trusted doctor.
What
just
genuinely made this
with a
nigga make this
lethal
video,
injection of
bruh?
diamorphine.
Oh my
Pittman
gosh!
was
There's still
convicted
3 minutes
of 15
left.
patients in 2000, but investigators believe he killed between 215 and 250 people over his career. On January 13th, 2004, he hanged himself in his cell at Wakefield Prison. In 1870, a man named Albert Fish suffered horrific.
Does that shit say
as a
viewer
child
beware?
adolescent,
Nigga, am I
where he
gonna
was
get got
regularly
with the
beaten
cookie man? What?
and as a
Nigga,
result,
Diddy!
he exhibited troubling behaviors that would escalate over the years of
Why
his
is
life.
Diddy in this video,
Fish would lure
bruh?
with promises of work, candy, or both. And in 1928,
That might
while
go
pretending to be a
Playboy
wealthy man
Cardi.
visiting
Oh,
a family's house
no.
to hire their son for work, Albert would convince the parents of a named Grace to let him take her to a birthday party. He didn't spontaneously do this, however. He was only able to take them after building trust and warmth with the family. And as you could guess,
the Grubhub little dance, them the gifts that they be commenting on them TikTok videos when the beat is nice, like doom doom doom
there was
doom
no
doom
party.
doom doom
He took
doom.
her to an abandoned house, strangled her, dismembered her body, cooked her, and ate her. 6 years later, Albert would send the family a letter saying this: "On Sunday, June 3rd, 1928, I called on you and brought you pot cheese with strawberries. We had lunch. Then Grace sat in my lap and gave me a kiss on my cheek. It was at this point that I made up my mind to eat her." The rest of the letter is disgusting, repulsive, and detailed. After reading it, Grace's traumatized parents were able to use it as evidence for officials to track and capture Albert. And after he was arrested, medical examinations revealed that Albert had inserted over 29 needles into his pelvic region and groin area. X-rays showed them embedded deep in his body, many having been there for years. He had hammered them into himself as punishment and as a twisted form of gratification. Sadly,
What?
Grace's fate would be the same of over 1 to 400 other children that Albert Fish did this to. He was later on by the electric chair in 1936 at 65
Bro, see,
years old.
no, bro, like you can't just kill niggas like this, bro. He put needles into his no square. Like I get, cause he said punishment, right? This nigga was repenting. He knew what he was doing was downright sick and dirty, bro. Like that's at that point you just gotta imagine. You know what this is? Yeah, I think we all know what part of the body this is. You just gotta get some scissors and just start snipping. Like put paper cuts. I don't know, like I don't want to get. I mean, I don't get no money anyway. But like, put some cuts on his body, make him do push-ups in salt water or something.
He wrote a final statement, but the only person who was able to ever read it was his lawyer, and he refused to release it to the public because he considered it the filthiest thing he had ever read in his life.
Ugh, that made my
The
nuts
majority
hurt.
of people in real life are actually pretty normal.
Why is
but
Corey
nonetheless,
Kenshin on
bad
here?
apples still do exist. So always make sure that you're not out at night too late without your friends or family, and also always let your
Bro,
loved
make
ones
sure.
know where you
Okay,
are.
well, it sounds like you giving yourself an outro, Mr. Man. I'm not gonna give you no outro. I get the outro. Yeah, make sure you're not outside alone at night without that bazooka on you. You need a fucking grenade launcher. Start blowing niggas to smithereens and shit. You see, I got that Fortnite. Little double pump action in GTA, of course. I would never admit to having that in real life. Anyways, that's gonna be all for the video. How it feels like to die from every serial killer. I am disturbed mildly. Anyways, if you made it this far to the video, twin, I appreciate you for messing with me. I mess with you. Check out all my links in the description. I'm dlahnz on everything. Check out my Twitch every once in a while, man. Peace out.